July 24th, 2018. Well, this video is a follow-up to the peppers and critical points of influence and calcium versus nitrogen, synthetic ferts versus trace minerals discussion. I'll put a link to that video, or actually I'll put a link to the video in the description, and I'll put an end screen card to that video also on the end of this video, so you can easily find it and go back. Alright, so picking up from that video, I guess we'll just go over this quick. These plants were started in trace mineral nutrition with lots of calcium and not too much nitrogen present. These plants are started at a commercial greenhouse. They were grown under synthetic ferts. The difference is, you should go check out the other video because I discussed some of the differences, and you should also check out Advancing Eco Agriculture, their podcasts. A lot of really excellent information regarding growing plants and true plant health and identifying deficiencies and so on and so forth. Those guys are just excellent. That said, let me get back to my point. So these were started under synthetic ferts, and you can see that they were not able to support themselves right from the get-go. So they fell over all over the place. They aren't standing upright. And basically I just wanted to give you an update on these. You can see now that they've been having foliar feeds with lots of calcium, and they've been treated better, that they have really perked up a lot. And they're flowering and fruiting pretty heavily, and they've recovered, so to speak, from their abuse early on quite well, considering. So let's just have another look here. Just want to really point out that every single one of these fell over at the stem, at the base of the stem, and that is not because I didn't plant them correctly. It's because they didn't have enough calcium present early on, and they weren't able to build really strong, healthy cell walls. And because they weren't able to build really strong, healthy cell walls, they were unable to support themselves. These plants, on the other hand, were started right from the start with plenty of calcium present, trace minerals to support all those functions, stuff like the biochemical sequence of nutrition in plants. That's a good starting place if you're trying to understand plant nutrition better. I won't go over it all right now, but it's one I've been trying to actually get memorized. Anyway, so you'll note that these plants are standing upright, and they're healthy, and if you look, even when I push this whole plant, you don't see the stem bend at the base. What you see is actually the soil moving with the plant. And let's see if we can expose the soil here. This is a leaner here, but also you'll notice, same thing, I can really shake it around good, and it's not going anywhere. Those are some very healthy, strong stems. I probably will stake these anyway, eventually, because as they start to put on fruit load, they're going to have a lot of weight on them, and they may knock themselves over at that point. But anyway, I just wanted to follow up on that video and kind of show how the different plants have progressed, and how these continue to stand upright and healthy all by themselves, and how the other ones have come along and sort of recovered, but obviously once they've fallen over, and if you can't get them to stay straight up, that's going to exist the rest of the season as they grow, and they'll grow in accordance with that. So just a quick update. I wanted to throw another shout out to Advancing Eco Agriculture. Thank you guys for all your help and all your wonderful education. I highly recommend anyone who hasn't checked it out yet, check out the Regenerative Agriculture podcast with Advancing Eco Agriculture and John Kempf. He interviews some really awesome agronomists and all kinds of other scientists, and they have some really intimate, in-depth discussion about plants and health and nutrition. So I hope you go check that out. With that, I'm going to close this video out. Thanks for watching the Farmacy Seeds Network.